In 1975, a teenage Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard to chase a vision few believed in: personal computers in every home. Today, he co-founded Microsoft, transformed technology, and amassed a fortune exceeding $130 billion. This is not just a story of wealth. It's a journey of curiosity, obsession, strategy, and a relentless drive to shape the future. Bill Gates is not just a billionaire. He is a pioneer of the digital age. Microsoft revolutionized computing, making software accessible to millions. Beyond technology, Gates' work influences global health, education, and philanthropy through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. At his peak, his net worth surpassed $100 billion, making him one of the wealthiest people in history. Born in 1955 in Seattle, Washington, Bill Gates showed early signs of brilliance. His parents enrolled him in Lakeside School, where he discovered computers at age 13, fascinated by programming. He spent hours coding on the school's teletype computer, often skipping other activities. His early curiosity would lay the foundation for Microsoft and a career driven by innovation. At Lakeside, Gates teamed up with Paul Allen, a friendship that would define his future. Together, they experimented with software and programming projects. By 1972, Gates created TrafoData, a program analyzing traffic data for local governments. The project earned modest revenue but showcased Gates' early skill in turning code into a practical business solution. In 1973, Gates enrolled at Harvard University but never finished. He was captivated by the potential of microcomputers. 2 years later, when a 1,000 microcomputer emerged, Gates and Allen saw an opportunity. They developed a basic interpreter for the machine, marking the beginning of Microsoft. Gates' decision to leave Harvard would later be criticized. Yet it set the stage for one of the most influential companies in history. In 1975, after developing the basic interpreter for the Altair, Gates and Allen officially founded Microsoft. Their first office was tiny, almost like a garage setup, and the team was small, often working around the clock. The company's mission was clear: a computer on every desk, and in every home. Gates' obsession with precision and control shaped Microsoft's early culture. Microsoft's big breakthrough came in 1979 when the company moved to Bellevue, Washington, and began licensing software to hardware manufacturers. Gates negotiated deals aggressively, ensuring Microsoft retained ownership of its software. By 1980, they signed a landmark contract with IBM for their new personal computer, paying Microsoft for MS-DOS. This deal laid the foundation for billions in revenue. By 1986, Microsoft went public. Gates was only 31 years old, and the IPO made him one of the youngest billionaires in history. The company's valuation skyrocketed to over $500 million at the time. Gates' net worth, initially $350 million on paper, would continue to grow exponentially as Microsoft dominated operating systems and Office software worldwide. In 1985, Microsoft launched Windows 1.0, a graphical extension for MS-DOS. Although initial adoption was slow, Gates' vision of user-friendly software revolutionized computing. By the 1990s, Windows became the standard operating system globally, powering hundreds of millions of computers. Gates' strategy combined technical innovation with aggressive licensing and partnerships. Microsoft's dominance brought legal challenges. In 1998, the U.S. Department of Justice accused Microsoft of monopolistic practices, especially regarding Internet Explorer. Gates faced public scrutiny, congressional hearings, and internal pressure. The case ended with Microsoft agreeing to change some business practices. But Gates' reputation as a strategic genius remained intact, showing his ability to navigate complex legal and business environments. In 2000, Gates stepped down from day-to-day operations to focus on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. now one of the world's largest philanthropic organizations. With a focus on global health, education, and poverty reduction, Gates has donated tens of billions of dollars. His approach combines data-driven decisions, strategic partnerships, and measurable impact. Reflecting the same rigor he applied at Microsoft, Gates was a competitive chess player in his youth and loved puzzles, which shaped his problem-solving mindset. He read an average of 50 books a year, spanning history, science, and biographies. Microsoft's early success relied on Gates' almost obsessive attention to detail, reviewing every line of code personally. By 1995, Gates' net worth exceeded $12 billion, making him the richest person in the world at the time. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation focuses on high-impact philanthropy. Gates pledged over $35 billion personally, tackling global health crises like malaria, polio, and HIV. He applies the same data-driven approach from Microsoft, analyzing outcomes before investing. Gates' work demonstrates that extreme wealth can be leveraged for measurable global change rather than just accumulation. Programs like the Gates Millennium Scholars provided scholarships to thousands of students, while initiatives supporting computer access in schools helped narrow the digital divide. Gates believes technology can democratize opportunity, echoing his early vision of a computer on every desk. Bill Gates often emphasizes strategic thinking and long-term vision. He advises entrepreneurs to focus on core competencies, understand the market deeply, and anticipate future trends. Gates' negotiation skills, ability to foresee technological shifts, and persistence in building Microsoft demonstrate that foresight and execution matter more than luck in building lasting empires. Gates' daily habits reflect discipline and curiosity. He reads extensively, dedicates time to problem-solving, and focuses on high-impact work. He schedules Think Weeks twice a year, retreating from routine to read and brainstorm. Gates attributes much of his success to structured learning, attention to detail, and constant intellectual curiosity. Habits that fueled Microsoft and his philanthropy. Gates' competitiveness shaped his career. In youth, he challenged classmates in math and programming contests. He also enjoyed bridge, tennis, and puzzles, honing strategic thinking. Gates famously memorized large swaths of code, a rare skill even among programmers. His rigorous childhood education, access to early computers, and relentless curiosity were crucial factors in his later success. At his peak, Gates' net worth exceeded $130 billion, largely from Microsoft stock. Unlike many billionaires, his wealth fluctuated with the market and investments. Gates consistently sold stock to fund philanthropy, donating billions annually. His approach shows that wealth can be a tool for impact rather than indulgence, combining strategic accumulation with purposeful distribution. Bill Gates' wealth grew not only from Microsoft salaries, but from strategic stock holdings. By carefully managing Microsoft shares, Gates became the company's largest shareholder, increasing his net worth as the stock soared in the 1980s and 1990s. He also diversified, investing in companies like Berkshire Hathaway, real estate, and tech startups. These calculated moves magnified his fortune, demonstrating his business acumen beyond software. Despite his success, Gates faced failures. Products like Windows Vista initially disappointed critics and users, impacting Microsoft's stock. Early investments in companies such as Corbus or failed software ventures didn't yield expected returns. Gates openly acknowledged these mistakes, emphasizing that calculated risk, learning from failure, and adapting quickly are crucial for long-term success in business. Microsoft's products, including Windows and Office, shaped global productivity. Gates' insistence on user-friendly software democratized computing, making technology accessible to individuals and businesses worldwide. The company's influence persists decades later, proving that one vision, executed consistently, can create enduring technological and economic impact. Bill Gates' journey teaches that curiosity, strategy, and discipline create extraordinary results. From a teenage programmer to a billionaire philanthropist, his story shows the power of vision, execution, and long-term thinking. Gates' life reminds us that wealth is not the ultimate goal, it's a tool to innovate, solve problems, and leave a lasting global legacy.